Hey, what's up guys? This is Timely, here to bring you guys another Unison League video. So, recently some dude in Quest was like, hey Timely, how come you don't do face cams anymore? I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'll do another one. So, I guess here I am now, bringing you guys a face cam video with my awesome face. So, I wanted to talk about some things I didn't really talk about in the last video. So I want to talk a little bit about the meta game. So recently, A Team has put out the 34 cost monsters in the free-to-play spawn, the ad spawn. In my opinion, guys, I think that's a good thing. And I'll tell you why it's a good thing, okay? So, pretty much, the free-to-play, they're stuck right now, guys. They're stuck. They are stuck at 550k, and they need some help, okay? They need help. They need to start taking off their 34 cost Zephyruses and their 34 cost Volan Reynas and their 31 cost Yukino guns. I mean, those aren't going to cut it anymore. If you look at the new weapons and the new armors that are coming out, they're 35 cost, 36 cost. The power gap is like so freaking huge. Those free-to-play stuff are just not going to cut it. So free-to-play needs some help, guys. Definitely, like, it's definitely a good thing. Like, pay to win right now are like hanging out at like 800 to 900k, like, or 700 to 800k. Soon they'll be at 850k very soon here if the level cap keeps going up, but very soon. Not now, but soon. 35 cost monster pots are out right now, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Free to play, they have to catch up. So it's good that these things are in the free to play spawn. Give us a chance to, you know, kind of tighten that gap a little bit. You know, that gap needs to tighten just a little bit. You know, I remember back in the day with the sword oratoria, they were just like giving out 32 cost monsters. That was amazing. That everyone got a nice monster and they're, you know, one-shot peoples. Good times, good times. The Lefia and the eyes spam. Fun stuff, but now it's kind of dying down. People are starting to get better summons now. Those 34 cost monsters that you paid so much money to get like a couple months ago, yeah, they now cost like $50 to obtain. That's what happens in a gacha game like this. If they want to keep making stronger monsters, they have to make, you know, the last monsters cheaper to the other people. They're always gonna make stronger monsters, so you can't just keep that, you know, paywall at those monsters. You know, they have to move that paywall. They push the paywall up. They push it up to the next tier of monsters, and then the other tier monsters move down and they become affordable, and then we can all get them, and then we can all be useful. So that's good, very good stuff, A Team. I'm proud of you. Maybe I will not call you B Team anymore. You will now be called A Team. So that's that, and I also wanted to answer a couple questions for you guys too. Two questions that are pretty good I wanted to answer that I found recently. So let's answer these questions. Alright, first question goes out to this guy named Catch These Hands. Don't want to mess with this guy. He's gonna throw some hands. You don't want to fuck around. He don't fuck around. So, says, hey Timely, in your opinion, what build makes for a better treasure hunter? An archer setup with bows or a mage setup with stabs? It really comes down to preference. I don't think one is better than the other. Both have their benefits, and I'll explain them right now. So if you have a mage stat treasure hunter, you're going to do more damage because you have access to treasure hunt, you have access to lunatic dagger, and you have access to circular dagger. You can use all those things, you can do good damage with them, and you'll be a happy camper. I myself actually prefer a magic attack treasure hunter because I'm a little bit biased. I have all staves, of course. I don't have bows, so that's that. But an archer stat treasure hunter, where they excel in is monster damage. So they can they can put like a whole bunch of nulls in and be one of those like really grimy treasure hunters that focus on getting unison really fast, and they can just one-shot you with Croit. It's like the most boring build ever, but it works. So if it works, why not? The most cancerous crap wins in this game. So those treasure hunters that use hunt, use treasure hunt, circular dagger, and then they just fucking spam hunt or some shit. It's like, I swear to God, like there'll be like 2 treasure hunters on the same team, and like they have the same exact rotation. They'll be like treasure hunt, hunt, basic tech, treasure hunt, hunt, basic tech, and like it's like choreographed, synchronized. Like it's like the fastest way to build unison. It's just so stupid. It looks like they're freaking dancing in front of me. I'm like, come on guys, really? You're just gonna sit there and just like poke me with your little bitch attacks and just get unison so you can just Croit, like mash that Croit button? No, I just see that as so boring. So I do a magic attack treasure hunter. I like to kill things with lunatic dagger. I enjoy that. But hey, that's not all about archer treasure hunters, archer stat treasure hunters. They also have access to cheap shot. So cheap shot is actually really good. It procs with attack testament and fatal testament. So if you proc that on a berserker or an archer, you do a lot of damage, and you do decent damage to lancers and mages too, especially the whales that have 300k magic attack and 300k attack. If you pop cheap shot on them and it procs, they're going to hurt a lot, especially because, what is it, cheap shot is like 160 damage 2 times. Think about it, 160 damage is equivalent to a rage slash, That's freaking powerful. And then if you're an archer and you get hit by a cheap shot and it procs fatal and attack testament, it's gonna do so much damage. So cheap shot is really good on archers. So that's something that I can't do, which I wish. Like, if I have like 2 stabs that have fatals and I barely proc it, but when it does proc, it does pretty awesome damage. So that's what I think about treasure hunters right now. I have one more question for you guys. I'm only going to do 2 questions. So one question was crit proc versus fatal. Wouldn't warlord weapon be better? So that's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And I'm on the fence about it as well, and I'm going to explain. So, okay, fatal procs are known to have the highest proc rate in the game, right? Oh, freaking, I almost dropped my phone. Jesus Christ. So, they have a really high proc rate, and Fatal XXL has a 40% proc rate in your main slot at skill level 7. I think, do not hold me to that, because I could be wrong. Fatal XL has a 35% chance in your main slot and whatnot. You would think that Fatal Art would follow the same trend and have a really high proc rate as well. I'm not sure yet. There's just not enough data. People aren't really testing it, so I do not know. I do not know, but I think it would be 30% chance in your main slot. Let's just say that. I also asked some people, what's the proc rate on the warlord art testaments, whatever. I've been told that those were also 30% in your main slot, so those have high proc rates too, I think. The only difference is that fatal art has really, really high stats, guys. 35 cost weapons. Like I said before, there's like a little gap between 34 cost weapons and 35 cost weapons. So that gap is really, really wide. So if you have all 35 cost weapons, you are going to have a lot of offenses. 33 cost warlord weapons, you're kind of you're not getting all those stats. Eventually you're going to want to replace them for something better. But the reason why Warlord procs would be better is because you have access to criticals. With fatals, you don't. Like, if you proc fatal all the time, you can't get use from fatal, from crit buffs and whatnot. Regular procs, like the Warlord art procs, you can double proc those, and then you can crit on top of that too, so you do a lot of damage doing that. But you don't have that same luxury with fatal procs. That's like the one drawback from using fatal. It's still a great proc though, like, you just won't do as much damage. I like the proc still. I like it. For PvP, like, what are the chances you are going to get crit buffs in PvP and then actually make use of it, you know, with the triple proc, would you say? Like, barely, like, none. So it's okay to stack like a couple fatals or something like that in PvP, but in PvE though, that's where it counts, guys. You want to have less fatal procs, guys. You want to have lots of art procs, but the Warlord art procs, and then you want to stack that, and then you want to have crit buffs from like I don't know, Aquarius, and then you're gonna get your damage rolling. You're gonna be doing some massive damage, dude. So that's what I think about you know, the two differences. I mean, they both have their benefits, but you know, you use what you got. You use what you got. That's what I always say. Whatever you get, you use it. You make the best out of it. So, all right, guys, I'm running out of time here. It's already been 12 minutes. This video is way too long. I have to end it like soon. So I have to get going. Oh, and let me know if you guys want to see more of my ugly mug, or if you guys want to see some more of my close-ups on my Unison League character. Leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.